Hello and welcome back to Do Understand Pod, the place where English meets real life, and real life teaches you more than any textbook ever could. Today's episode is for those of you at the advanced level, C1 and climbing. You've got the grammar. You've got the vocabulary. But now, it's about agility. It's about reacting, responding, and sounding like yourself in English. And to get there, sometimes life doesn't wait. It throws you into the deep end, and you either sink or speak. Let me tell you a story. It was 6:45 a.m. I was standing in line at Heathrow Airport, half awake, holding a coffee that tasted like cardboard. My flight was delayed. My connection was tight, and I had a meeting in Berlin at 2 p.m. Suddenly, the gate agent made an announcement. Something about rebooking vouchers and please approach the desk. I walked up, still groggy, and said, "Hi, I think I'm on the delayed flight to Berlin." The agent looked stressed. "Name." I gave it. She typed. Frowned. "You've been rebooked via Frankfurt. You'll need to collect your voucher and check in again." I blinked. "Wait, what?" "I have a meeting. I can't miss it." She looked up. "Then you'll need to speak to the supervisor. Over there." And just like that, I was in a situation where I had to speak fast, clearly, and with purpose. No time to translate in my head. No time to search for words. Just go. I walked over to the supervisor. He was talking to 3 passengers at once. I waited. Then I jumped in. "Sorry to interrupt. I've just been rebooked via Frankfurt, but I have a meeting in Berlin at 2 p.m. Is there any way to get me on a direct flight?" He looked at me. "Let me check." He typed. "There's 1 seat left on the 810 direct, but you'll need to run. It's boarding now." I nodded. "I'll take it. Thank you." He handed me a new boarding pass. I sprinted through security, made it to the gate, got on the plane, and sat down, heart racing. And then it hit me. I hadn't thought in Polish once. Not even for a second. I had negotiated, reacted, and solved a problem, all in English. That's when I realized C1 isn't about knowing English. It's about using it under pressure. Let's break down some of the phrases I used, the kind that work when you don't have time to think. Sorry to interrupt. Polite but assertive. I've just been rebooked. Present perfect for recent events. Is there any way to? Diplomatic request. I'll take it. Quick decision, no fluff. These are ready-to-use chunks. You don't build them word by word. You grab them and go. That's what C1 learners need. Phrases with rhythm, tone, and purpose. Let's talk about intonation. When I said, "I have a meeting in Berlin at 2 p.m., I didn't say it flatly. I said it with urgency, with stress on meeting and 2 p.m. Why? Because meaning isn't just in words. It's in how you say them. Try this. I really need to be there. Flat. I really need to be there. Emphasis equals urgency. I really need to be there. Emphasis equals necessity. Same sentence. Different impact. At C1, intonation becomes your secret weapon. It helps you sound natural, persuasive, and confident, even when your grammar isn't perfect. Let me tell you about a few friends who had their sink or speak moments. Kasia, a project manager, was asked to present at a conference in Amsterdam. The speaker before her dropped out, and she had to step in with no script. She spoke for 12 minutes, using slides she hadn't prepared. She said later, "I didn't have time to panic. I just spoke." Merrick, a customer support agent, got a call from a client in New York. The issue was urgent. He had to explain a technical fix, guide the client through steps, and reassure them, all in English. He told me, "I forgot I was speaking English. I was just solving the problem." Anya, a teacher, was asked to join a live webinar with educators from Canada. She thought she'd just listen. But then they said, "Anya, would you like to share your thoughts?" She spoke for 5 minutes, off the cuff. She said, "I surprised myself. I didn't freeze. I flowed." These moments teach you something no textbook can. You already know more than you think. You just need the right push. Here are some phrases that help you sound fluent when you're improvising. Let me think for a second. Buys you time. Here's what I'd suggest. Sounds confident. The way I see it introduces opinion. If I'm not mistaken, softens uncertainty. Let me rephrase that. Corrects yourself smoothly. These are C1 tools. They help you stay in control, even when your brain is racing. So how do you prepare for these moments? You don't wait for them. You simulate them. Here's how. Shadowing with urgency. Pick a scene from a movie or series. Repeat the lines with emotion, speed, and rhythm. Don't just copy perform. Role play under pressure. Set a timer. Give yourself 30 seconds to respond to a situation. No notes. Just speak. Voice journaling. Every evening, record a 2-minute voice note in English. Talk about your day, your thoughts, your plans. No editing. Just flow. These exercises train your brain to react in English, not just translate. Let's learn a few idioms that fit today's theme. Sink or swim. Succeed or fail without help. When I had to present, it was sink or swim. Thrown in at the deep end. Put into a difficult situation without preparation. I was thrown in at the deep end during the webinar. Think on your feet, make quick decisions. I had to think on my feet at the airport. Step up to the plate, take responsibility. Cassius stepped up to the plate when the speaker dropped out. These idioms are perfect for describing high-pressure situations and how you handled them. So, what's the takeaway? C1 isn't about perfection. It's about performance. It's about speaking when you're tired, stressed, or surprised, and still sounding like yourself. It's about trusting your instincts, using your voice, owning your message. And yes, sometimes life will push you. It'll throw you into a situation where you have to speak English. Now, not later. But when that happens, you'll discover something powerful. You're ready. You've trained. You've practiced. You've built the phrases, the rhythm, the confidence. So don't wait for the perfect moment. Create it. Simulate it. Speak into it. Because when life says go, you won't freeze. You'll flow. Let's quickly review some of the useful language from today's episode. High agility phrases. Sorry to interrupt. Is there any way to? I'll take it. Intonation tricks. Stress for urgency, emotion, persuasion. Improvisation tools. Let me rephrase that. The way I see it, if I'm not mistaken. Idioms. Sink or swim. Thrown in at the deep end. Think on your feet. Step up to the plate. Practice these. Perform them. Make them part of your voice. Thanks for listening today. If this episode spoke to you, share it with someone who's ready to level up. And if you've had your own sink or speak moment, tell me about it. I'd love to hear your story. Until next time, keep speaking, keep flowing, and keep trusting your English. You've got this. Bye for now.